Hello and welcome back to Backroads County. It's December. We probably don't have a whole heap to do today. I purchased a crane mower, as you can see, but it's the new one that can have a baler attached. So that's what we're going to try out today. I've got the baler over here. I just leased. Oh no, that's the mower. Leased the baler. It's, here on the back of our tractor. The tractor brought it down, but this thing's pretty nifty. You can change all the colours. It's got flashing lights. It's got a PTO on the back. So if you want to run a forage wagon instead, I mean, we've got a forage wagon, but I thought let's give a baler a try. A bit dark, isn't it? Like it's going to snow. Hope not. We've got to sort out our productions and things like that regardless anyway. Up some bits and pieces. But it's got some lights on that too, so let's bale size go as big as we can. Unfold the baler, lower the pickup. Got to mow that field up there, but we'll give it a shot over here first, I reckon. Turn on baler. Lower mower. Lots of buttons to turn on. You can put silage additive in too. We haven't got that on. Goes a little bit slower, obviously, because you're running the baler. That's not what I wanted. Want this one. Over that. See how we go now. Hold on, now it's on properly. Hadn't turned itself on yet. My bad. Seems to be working. I don't know how it's going to go on really tight turns. But it's definitely working. Maybe just got to take the turns a little bit less intense, I don't know. But yeah, it's definitely working. I mean, this will work really well with the forage wagon. Probably not a big one, but definitely doing its job. So if you need bales, anything like that, this is probably going to be the easiest way to do it. Why is that changed to go off? Probably the grass that was left under there last time. Because I didn't collect it all properly. There you go, it even turns pretty deep, like pretty sharp. I don't know if it's helping having this tracks on the back or not, but hitting on each other there, I think. That is not too bad at all. Definitely super handy. I mean, obviously it's not picking up all of the grass there because that was from previous ventures. But there's also an attachment, so you can have a bale wrapper, bale trailer, all sorts of stuff. You can have a full, if you had nice long big grass fields, you can have a bit of a silage grass production chain going on, just driving around picking it all up. For now, we'll just come over here and do our field. We'll see if AI worker actually handles it. Not sure if it will or not. There you go. How they go turning around, I'm not sure, but that's super cool. You can now have, on consoles anyway, you can have workers doing your baling. Doesn't like the hills. Is it going to make it? Maybe I should have bought the one with a little bit more power. This is just the base engine. There's another one you can do. It gives you another 100 horsepower, I think. I'm keen to see what it does at the end of the field, if it can turn. I don't think it'll turn around too well down there. You get the higher horsepower one with a bit more on a nice big open flat, like Western Wilds or something like that. This would be a game changer. The baler stays on. Hope he's going to be able to make the turn. And he misses a little bit. You could do a header run for that. Alright, we picked up a contract here on field 22. Get that done. The lighting isn't the greatest for us today, is it? I just want to get all this done before it snows. Speaking of snow, let's just speed up time a few minutes. See if we can get some more daylight. I don't want to go too fast because just my luck, it'll start snowing. It's a bit better. Yeah, we've got one cultivating contract for today. Not a whole lot going on. So I'm going to get into this, we'll get these headers done, and then I'll pop back and we can get the worker set up. And the cruise controller, I'm going to sit back and chill. So we just loaded up our wheat and sorghum. We're going to take that down to... actually... I might just sell that today. Get rid of that. We've got an excess down there for flour, so not something that we seriously badly needed today. It's easy to get rid of it there. Our baler is making short work of everything. So we've got our canola. Oh, sorry, olives in the back here. Go and drop these off. These into our all-in-one production to make olive oil. Go back and get our grapes. Put them into the grape processing plant. I've got the distribution part of it turned off just for the fact that the general mill has taken the grapes in, and it seemed like it was doing 2 to 1. That's why we ended up with so much cash. I'm going to do a test now. We'll put the same amount of grapes into the grape processing plant, and if we get 100,000 litres again, well, it's not. It's just normal, but I just felt it wasn't legit. Because we were getting so much grape juice, and I mean, just excess, crazy. Felt cheaty, so I just turned it off. Doesn't matter because we can still process the grapes at the grape processing plant. That was the whole idea of having it. It's just when I had it set to distributing, I was going to the all-in-one production, the general mill. I was just going everywhere. So there's grapes that are growing up the top two that we might move down here, and we'll turn the distributing off there as well, because I think between those lots of grapes and these grapes there was like 110,000 litres of grape juice that we were getting. That was just, yeah, wasn't my favourite way of doing it, that's all. So now we can control the grape juice and the raisins in here a lot better. Plus it makes pig food, which is full. We've got raisins and grape juice coming out. At least now that way everything's going to be sorted. We can pull the pig food out, take that over to our pigs. I think we're also getting pig food out of the general mill, but there was like tons coming out of that. So I got a feeling, like I said, it was just doing double duty, if that makes sense. Right, leave this trailer parked here. That can load up all the wood pellets if they're going to. Check on this. What does this thing need to make us the compost? Is it silage or is it just grass? To make compost, we can throw grass in. So all the grass bales that we got there, any excess straw, which I'm pretty sure we've got a fair bit laying around. So, but now I've tested out that baler, I won't be making bales again unless we have to. Exactly what it is, it was just a test. But it's worked. It might be hung up here over on the tree, is it? Ah, it's finished. That's awesome. Downside is now we have to go and get ourselves a bloody bale trailer. We'll just lease this one, I'd say. $900, well worth it. Send this fella up to the shop to go and get it. And then we can get them bales and drop them into the composter. We've got the big Colossus harvester sitting here now. JCB looking all clean and tidy. Oh, that's what we can do. We can head over and do our animals. Make sure this is finished. Pardon me. Oh, hiccups. Baler's unloaded. That can go back. And we're good to go. Alrighty, welcome back. Let's get these bales collected and then we might grab the forage wagon and see how that goes honking around here doing the mowing. I'm just going to get the mower up to the shop and see what horsepower it's on. Seemed to struggle a little bit on the hills, so I'm just thinking if I selected the smaller one by accident or just grabbed it like, oh yeah, we'll just give that a try. Maybe them bales are different. Probably all are. Yep. Alright, let's unload this in here for now. Actually, yeah, we'll just unload it in here so we can take it to the composter a bit easier. Fix that problem. We can just load that up and dump it into the composter, but at least it works. I mean, I don't need bales on this property, not at the moment. We've got silos and forage wagons and all that sort of stuff, but it's cool to have that option, especially Western Wilds, no man's land, where you've got big open spaces, just having to do all the baling manually if you've got other jobs to do. I mean, I don't mind doing it, but when you've got other stuff to do, it's just super handy to have that option where that worker can now do the mowing and the baling in one shot. Did we get that one? Yeah, wicked. I mean, it's easy enough to use these auto loads to pick it up anyway, but at the moment I just use the forage wagons. It just takes that one step away from it. 16 bales. A bit of honey set up there too. Turn, turn, turn. If we're going to be close enough to get them all in. But we're going to try. Almost. There we go, all dropped off. Let's make sure that we have got them all, and then we'll send this trailer back. I use this one on Griffin a fair bit. It's super handy for the baling contracts. Alright, that is done. Bye-bye. Let's grab our wood pellets. I'm just, off camera throwing a few trees worth of wood chips in. Not really interesting stuff. I'll just put that TLX trailer on the back of the tractor. And then we're good to go. We might try and sneak down through the side here. These all sold out. Not too bad. I mean, it's processes pretty well, and it's a good way to earn a steady income. And like I said, the other sawmill I've had before, you literally just had to do forestry only all day just to keep up with it. You put 200,000 litres in there, and boom, a few hours later it was gone. This one's a bit better. It's a bit slower, more in tune with the game ones, I guess. But there's probably enough there for a little bit more because I haven't collected it in a month, so maybe a little bit longer. There's a little bit of excess there, but while we got the trailer on, we may duck down to the dairy because I haven't been down there for a bit. See if we got any cheese. I think I've got milk and sugar in the other one now, so we can get chocolate. But we're not producing a ton of milk, so we've just changed over, so that will pick up shortly, hopefully. Park this up here, and we'll load the rest on. We got all the butter and cheese, and what do we got there? Chocolate too, by the look of it. I didn't know this one could do chocolate. That's a bit weird. If it can, we'll bring everything down here. Oh, it can. So all the other stuff we've been delivering up there, we could just bring down here and let it chug along in the proper facility. So I think that's what we'll do moving forward. Bugger, I've gone the wrong way. If we can zoom down the side here across to the sell point and get this all delivered. I think what we might look at doing is getting some more land. We've got a fair bit of cash here right now. I know that it's the wrong time to buy land, but while we got the cash, we may as well take what we can. I mean, buy what we can. Go and have a look at some fields and see what crops are in them, if there's any, and go from there, I think. But we'll get all this loaded up. What we got the most of? There's heaps of grapes here, look. Again. Heaps of raisins. See, that's why I've turned it all off, because this thing was just getting filled to the brim. So what have we got here? We got some clothes. Heaps of flour. The flours are staying, getting turned into bread. I wish we could pull some stuff out of here, because we could set up a proper bakery then. That's weird, 71,000 litres of flour. Olives, 17,000 litres, so that's going to be making olive oil. But I don't think you can make olive oil in here. I think the olives, I can't remember what the olives are for, we'll have to have a look at that. But that's the problem of having all these ones that take all the bulk items. You end up with stuff in there that you have to have heaps of other stuff to do the same thing. Like, if we duck around here, see, we're making bread, that's fine. We should, if we could get some stuff in here to make cake. We've got a little bit of milk, a little bit of eggs, we got sugar. We could drop some butter into here. If we put some, see, but to clear all this stuff out, it's crazy. We need honey, because honey's what's holding us up from making the cereal, because that's what the raisins and the oats in the corn are for. Heaps of oats. I might turn that off to stop delivering here, and we can send that to the other, we'll make flour at the other place instead. Or actually, we can just turn on oat flour. Oh no, we'll turn that off because it's going to stay here for bread. Olives. So we can make olive oil, so let's turn that on just to get rid of them. Got heaps of grapes. So I think we're just going to have to turn a lot of these things off or set up proper points so we can sort it out a bit better. Because at the moment there's just excess stuff in there that we don't really need. Well, we do need, but not here. Red stashed on here. I'll drop that there in the middle. It's a great production point, but having things distributing to it is sort of just, for now, I think what we'll have to do is all of our open air gardens and things, we'll just have to start collecting them and taking them to where we want, instead of just having them distribute, because it's getting distributed to 2 or 3 places and not really where it's needed, if that makes sense. But we'll get all these loaded up and then we'll be good to go. Get all this off and we'll have a look at some land. We are coming into winter, so we may skip through a couple of more clothes here. Pretty dodgy boxes for fashion. The glitch just sends you to the moon. Yoink. I just have to start loading with a loader or something just to stop that happening, because it gets a bit annoying. We've got here chocolate. Our first box is of chocolate, I think. More oil, sunflower oil, so yeah, we've turned on olive oil now, so that'll help us clear those ones out. And then we'll go and check on all of our productions and make sure that they're getting stored, not distributed. It looks like it's empty for us for now. We'll bring this honey that's here over. That's one thing that's holding us up. They're only 400 litre pallets, unfortunately, so you need like 2.5 pellets like this to get 1,000 litres to make the cereal. Might put in another beehive just so we get a little bit more honey every day. Yeah, that's about 940 litres that we've just put in. It is all good there. Put that down. Get it sold and we're good to go. The bees are coming out of there, so that's alright. I think we've got 2 beehives here. Definitely 2. I think we might put in a 3rd. Until they're all done, then we'll drop off the cereal. Deactivate the auto load. Yeah, good. We'll push that corn. Actually, now we can drop the corn off. Pick this up while we're here. Not picking up the corn. Maybe because corn doesn't normally come in pellets. We get another 1 or 2 drop down. Oops. not good. Oh, you're shitting me. Having a good day today. Gonna go live on Twitch shortly. Do some a bit of a play around with the new Platinum Edition. Learn some more on that. We might start a bit of a playthrough on that soon. But I just wanted to get out there and have a bit of a play around on it and learn it all and find a good spot. I was gonna I was thinking about, you know, just ending up here and going, yep, cool, we're gonna take a truck and trailer and let's go, but I don't know, I like this map. So, and I like Griffin too, so I think we'll just have a bit of a break on one of them and we'll go and give that one a shot to see what it's like. One more corn, throw that on. See if it'll stay there until we get across here. I think we've got heaps of corn in that silo too. We might take that out and turn it into seeds. Besides that one, did we lose any others? We should have a fair bit of corn in there now. Yep. Heaps of corn, heaps of oats. We got raisins. We just need more honey. That's the next plan, is just get more honey. I'm thinking what we might do is throw another beehive down here near our grape and olive productions. See, these aren't producing, I thought these might have been producing just way too many. And therefore that's why we're having so many, that's why we had so much grape juice. But I'm just thinking that the general mill produces it like 4 times as fast or 4 times as much for the same amount. That's my thoughts anyway, so. I'm going to try and put a beehive up at the new farm and see if that picks up in this box down here. Have a few spread around where we've actually got fields. I think after doing that cotton and realising what it's worth per bale, I think the new farm, the 2 fields we got there, we may merge into one and just do a huge big cotton one. I've never planted cotton, I've never done it before besides in contracts, so I think that might be a bit of a good learning curve for us. Maybe do some cotton over there and some sugar beet or potatoes. As much of a pain in the bum it is, I'm doing other people's contracts for it. I'd be interested to see the profit margin doing it yourself. I mean, obviously the machinery is the biggest cost, but when you're making as much money as you can off those crops, that's worth it, because once you buy the machinery, like, you know, most farms, when they plant something new or make a new field, they don't really plan on getting their cash back in 12 months. It can take years for them to even make any profit on that field. So I think we'll give that a try, just because we can. Where would be the best place to put one? Is this a proper repair point? Let's try it. Oh, you can't paint. That's okay. Wanted to test that out, but maybe we'll put it here under the trees, behind the light post, or over there near the chickens. Can't really do much with that land there, so that's where we're going to put it, I think. Bees. Maybe we stick... Oh, it's glitching out, a pain in the bum, isn't it? Stick one there. Turn it around and stick one behind it. And then we should start getting bulk amounts of honey. Make it should look like one building. And that'll help with our fields in the area. Grab our eggs and our wool. Wow, not too bad. So auto load work on the eggs. Not sure, because eggs are a bit of a different beast. No, doesn't work on the eggs, and I don't think it works on the honey either. Just wondering, do we take these down to that production building instead of selling them? That's where I'm going to take the wool down to. Hopefully they didn't break that whole crate then doing that, but seems the chickens and the pigs are having a fat time. They're just doing their thing. Come over here and grab the wool. I think this might be the first time we've collected wool from here, because I moved, when we built the new pen, I moved the old wool into the little hut there. So we're definitely getting a little bit more now. We've got a few extra ones. What have we got in there? 80 now. We only had 40 before? I can't remember. But hopefully they'll start reproducing and giving us some more lambs. And then, yeah. Another issue, another thing that we've got that can keep earning us cash. Will maybe the first round we can expand, and then the second time, if it gets full, we'll just clear a few out, sell them off at market, make some cash back. They're not huge money earners. Where did that go? That just sucked up into there. So why didn't the other ones do that? That one did too. What is that? That's pretty crazy. You gotta lift it up higher. Oh, we don't have to strap that down at least, but we'll drop this down at the shop. Get that sold off. Doing well, and we're doing it all before the snow's made it. So happy. And here we are. So now we've got 4 beehives chugging along, so that'll help us get the cereal popping out. Wait until the eggs are gone. This is why I think we need to put in a bakery or something. Have all that stuff separate, and then we can get rid of this one. I want to unload. Oh, maybe it's not accepting it because it's not up high enough like before. There we go. Done. That one unloaded there, but the other one went down the grate. Right. Put the wool in there. We'll check on this, make sure it's all pumping through. So cake, we've got eggs in there now. We just got to get butter and strawberries. Strawberries is easy to do. Butter's not that hard either. The butter that we're making at the we can make butter here. We drop our milk in here, make some butter. We'll turn it on so butter doesn't we'll turn that on to distributing so butter stays in there. Butter, that can be distributing. We just got to get some strawberries and then we're making cake. So getting there. Wool, let's check that before we run away. Fabric wool is there. That's going along. So is wool fabrics that are distributing, clothes set to storing. Can I pick these ones up? Nope. 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 We do have this trailer here that I think we can load them onto. So we might drop some of them in there shortly too. Alright, let's get back up to the farm. Okie dokie, so we just bought field 11, 12 and 13. They were rather cheap. I was going to buy field 17, but instead we bought, well, it's different when you press this on. 13, 12, 11, when you press it in, they're 3, 2 and 19. I wouldn't mind buying this. I think this is all part of that one there, but I haven't had any contracts on here. That's why I bought these ones. I've had contracts come through on some of these, so I haven't. Yeah, I'm not going to go out and get them until we have to. But yeah, we've had a couple contracts through here. I've only had one down here, but mainly they're just on these ones. So I figure that's a bit of a safe bet. We've got ourselves a pretty good little property here, and now we've got this sort of shape here. So once we get, I think we work our way down maybe. Or we can grab that one and work our way up. But I think if we can get this half of the map owned in the next 12, 18 months of game time, we'll onto a pretty good winner. This one here's filled with weeds, so we're going to have to clean that up. But I think it's good. That one there's got wheat in it. I think that one there had oat or wheat. So they're already planted, ready to go. When it comes time to seed, we will put cotton in here. And maybe in this one we'll put sugar beet or potatoes or something like that. So that is the plan. That's what we've done. We've probably got like quarter of the map in our care now. That one 27, that's a nice big one, but it's 1300 or 1.3 million. Then you got this big area down here, that's 1.4. In all honesty, I'd probably rather buy this one first, and then we'll set that up as our main farm with all the sheds and everything that are there. And probably the sheds and things that we had down here we can delete and maybe put in some more production buildings along the bottom here to be sort of in line with the productions across here. This one here is a good second base shed. You know, there's a bit of storage and stuff there. So I think once we buy that, we'll probably demolish everything that's here and extend that field out right across like that. So that is my plan, and that we'll see if it goes ahead and see if it works. But I was just going to duck over and grab the milk from the cows before we run out of the daylight. And I'd say tomorrow we will start cultivating. I may skip through to sort of February, March. Now it's that time of year. I'm not going to have a whole lot of things to do except for just production stuff, and I don't really want to bore you. If something happens or something changes, yep, I'll jump on. I've turned off all of the that was alright. I've turned off all of the distributing, so now everything will have to move around manually just to stop all that overloading and putting it where it doesn't need to be. But I think I'm going to take this down to the all-in-one production where it makes everything, and maybe we'll look at getting some cakes sorted because we turn the butter on. I think we have everything else there. I'll get some strawberries in, and I think we're going to be laughing. So that is the plan. Just keep pushing, keep moving forward, clearing out the fields, getting things done, and buying this place up. Ooh, better come back and sort that before you put some seed in there. But I think we're going okay. I'm glad I worked out. Oh, I don't know if I've worked it out yet, but I think we'll watch that tomorrow. We'll throw all the grapes into the grape production facility and see how much we get out of that for that amount of grapes, and then we'll throw the same amount of grapes into the other one. I think it's a general mill, and then we'll work out how much we get out of there. So let's just, you know, say if we've got 50,000 litres, we'll throw 50,000 litres in each one day after the other. Let it run its cycle till it's empty and go, okay, well that's producing 4 times as much as that one. We're not going to use that one for that anymore. That's where we're at. I've got some grass to throw into our compost. Once that gets up and running, we may throw in the other one that blends in with that, the acetic acid. There's a refinery, there's all sorts of things that run along with that one. There's a hops one as well. Just been having a look at different productions that we can put into play and test out. I had the mower, new mower that we got. I've had that up at the shop. That's now got over 600 horsepower, so we're going to see how that goes in a second with forage wagon. Like that there. Yeah, so now we've got this one here as well. So that's, oh, sorry, canola. I thought it was oat. So we've got canola here. Canola there. We've got a couple of wheats. I think I'm going to do oat and cotton. Any other one. So here she is. This is the big rig. I don't know if the grass here needs to be mowed. We're going to find out. Over the mower. Turn it on. There you go. It's working perfectly. Goes a little bit faster as well. Not sure how it's going to go once it's fully loaded, but I like it. I think this is especially on other maps that we do, No Man's Land and Western Wilds and the big open plain ones, this would be a killer option for doing all the grass out there. At 2,000 litres already. And I don't even have the silage additive in. You can add silage additive to the mower and to the trailer, so I wonder if that gives you double bonus. But it's close enough that it picks up the grass even on the turns, unlike the baler didn't do. I think this one's going to be super handy. This grass looks weird when it's mowed. I'm not sure what grass it is, or I've found that a few spots on this map. There's fake grass. It looks like grass, you mow it and it's just nothing comes from it. But I think this one's a good little setup. So that's going to be handy for mowing around everything. Keeping everything trimmed and tidied. Wicked. A bit of a mow up through here. See, that's not getting any grass at all. It's just fake grass. Artificial grass. But I have cleaned up the compound a bit. I've probably put a little bit of fake grass around the grapes and vineyards there. Turn off this mower, lift the mower, hold the mower. And off the wagon. I'll just dump the grass in here for a minute, then we'll come back with the trailer and we'll take it all. The grass from here and the grass from the silo that we dropped off this morning, out from the bales. Take that and throw that in the compost production and see how it works. Doesn't like the super tight turns, which is what a lot of equipment does. I think the tow bar needs to be sitting a little bit further back for that. Let's just drop that there out of the way. Definitely gets a bit of speed up. She gets a wobble and a bit of a drifty, rear wheel drifty going. We'll park this in the shed. Keep it out of the weather. A quick spray off just to get the dirt off. She's a brand new piece, got to look after her. Some of the modded stuff wears out a lot faster, gets dirty a lot faster, so it's just got to keep it looking respectable while we can. What am I going to do now? That can go back up here. We'll park him up. I forget what I was just going to do. Mind blank. I'd be interested too to see, obviously in the new DLC, the expansion, Platinum expansion, the forestry machines, when you get close to them, a little ring appears on the tree and it's got like an auto align. That would be super handy if that was in play on other maps. I'm not sure if it has been done yet, if it can be done, but it definitely makes forestry a lot easier. I wouldn't say easier. Actually, I'd just say better. I love it. Last night I was having a go of it, and just being able to attack, like, you know, when you get close to a tree, it's like, would you like this one? Press a button and it lines it up, so you don't have to sit there and fiddle around with it for 4 hours. It was great. But I think that may be us for the day. We'll pop back over the next few days if need be, or we might throw it at the start of the next video if we get anything special done, or anything. Oh, like I said, we've got to do the weeds and stuff too. So don't forget to check the description for our socials. Give us a like, dislike, comment, share, subscribe, whatever you like to do, your choice. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next one. Keep safe.